Morning traders, what's up, what's going on, and happy Tuesday. That is right, it is Money Tuesday, February 8th, 2022, 9 o'clock in the morning. I tell you what, my dancing skills have gotten just a little bit rusty over the past couple of days. When we started doing this, man, my dancing skills, I was on point, I was on fire. Those dancing skills have kind of gone downhill just a little bit. So anyway, I do apologize for the terrible dancing skills, but I'm fired up, team. I'm happy to be here once again. Good morning and happy Money Tuesday. How we doing today? Hope you guys had a wonderful evening, and I hope you guys are having an awesome morning and that you are fired up and ready to rock and roll on this beautiful Tuesday right now, team. Rebecca, good morning. Kits King, Steve, Chris, hit me with that big old good morning. How we doing? Those of you over on YouTube, hit me with a big good morning as well. How we doing today? John, Mr. Ed, Neat, the legend, the one, love it, Ed. We got Kurt and Karen, John, in some big time better consistency, cleaner moves to the upside. I mean, yesterday. Let's see if that can hold on up. Let's see if we have another great day from penny stocks with that beautiful momentum, good price action, clean and easy movement, clean and easy trades, guys. Let's make it happen. Everybody saying the video freezing. One sec. Let me go ahead and make a few adjustments. Not sure exactly what's going on. Let's make a few adjustments. Let's see if that helps. We are still working on a better streaming solution. That's currently in the works. Let me make a few adjustments and see if that helps, guys. All right. So, I mean, everybody in chat was saying it was freezing up. So let's go ahead and you restarted the live and it's okay. Yeah, so do a simple refresh every now and then and see if that helps. I made a few adjustments on my end, so we should be all set, ready to rock and roll. But just let me know. Want to make sure we're good. Steve, we're good. Rebecca, we're good. Seems to be good over on YouTube. Just do a simple refresh. Again, YouTube is it's a great platform. It's good real-time streaming, but they're not the best by any means, but they're not, they're not paid. They're free. but they actually offer the best live streaming, the most real time. Good, good, good. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So it's 9:03, guys. We have a lot to talk about today. I don't want to waste any time. I want to dive right into the morning stock newsletter. But again, I just wanted to say good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the best trading community in the world, because you guys make it the best. Hope you're having a good morning, and let's have an awesome day inside the market traders. So let's start with that morning stock newsletter, and let's get prepared for the day. So number one, we have VLDR set in a regulatory filing Monday. It has struck a deal to issue a warrant for Amazon.com to acquire up to 40 million shares of the company. I just went ahead and rounded up. It's 39.59 million shares of the company. Ticker VLDR. And this stock is up from 377 to 511. But this stock right now is not doing a lot. It has lost that steam. It's lost that momentum. It's lost the juice. Has not even tried to move back up here in pre-market. So the key level that we need to be watching, 550, guys, right? I want to see if we can hold above $5 natural support. Breaking back above 550, that's where I expect to see a lot more volume start to move on in to VLDR. We have some good news here on ticker VLDR, but again, it's giving a lot of those gains back. It hit highs of 759 in post market. Right now it's around $5. $5 natural support. We want to see the stock hold above that level. If it cannot hold above 5, we have room down to 457. I'm really looking for that break back above 550. That's where I expect to see a lot of volume start to move back in. We have room to 6, and then we potentially have room back up to those post-market highs of $7.59. VLDR is a stock that we will be watching today. And VLDR, if we can actually scroll down this list and find it, it was here just a moment ago. Where are you, VLDR? That's what I wanted to talk about, was the float, right? It's 116 million in float. What do we know about floats, right? The lower the float, the bigger the spikes, the faster a stock can move. The larger the float, the slower the stock is, right? Not as big moves to the upside. So again, it's 116 million in float. It's a $5 stock. It's going to take a lot to get this thing going. And it's not like we have insane volume, right? We are trading good volume, nearly 10 million shares. And on average, you trade 3. So we do have high relative volume. It's a large float stock, something to be mindful of. If you're looking for a stock that's going to rip $2 to $3 at a time, this would not be the stock that can make those big, quick moves on up, right? A stock would be like NVCT, can make those bigger, quicker moves to the upside, all right? So VLDR is on watch today. And, I do think it has some good potential if we can stay above 5 and ideally re-break that 550, all right? We have some news today over on ticker VLDR, all right? We have REDU stating that REDU and Data Auto Incorporated have entered into a definitive merger agreement expected to close around mid-2022. REDU, the last time I checked, was not doing anything. So at this point in time, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. There is some news. If we see the stock starting to move on up, we know that there is some news here on REDU, but right now at this point in time, there is much better opportunity in the market, okay? We have PFE. I've been shorting the crap out of the stock. Short. So short biased for the past, week now. And, those earnings, right? Good earnings, but lowered their forecast, right? They missed their forecast, but overall had pretty good earnings. They beat their expectations, but they missed on their forecast. PFE dropping pretty nice here in pre-market, down towards around $51 here on PFE. Yesterday, we closed up towards around 53.21, hit some highs around 54.63 in pre-market. Earnings came out, hit that low of $50.11. That's some pretty good support here on Pfizer, guys, right off that low at 50.11. If we crack below that pre-market low, we absolutely have some room to the downside. And we could absolutely see Pfizer down towards around $46. The daily chart, screaming head and shoulders formation. A lot of resistance at 54. Downtrend resistance, 20 EMA. We talked about this last week. We talked about it yesterday as well. This is looking good for a great short. And then the earnings definitely help the stock out as well. So PFE is on watch today. Below $50, we have room to drop to 46. Not saying that's going to happen all in one day. It could be a multi-day swing trade, but it is something that has good opportunity and great potential moving forward the rest of this week. Once again, below 50, down to $46 on PFE. They had earnings. HOG, actually, I got to refresh this. There we go. HOG had some earnings this morning. I'm not too crazy with HOG. I think there's better opportunity out there. Moving on, SBEV. We've been watching SBEV for weeks now. The daily chart looking very, very nice. And I also was saying I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see some press releases drop as the technicals are setting up to see that next leg higher. This morning, SBEV was already on our watch list from yesterday. It is a stock that we've been watching frequently over the past couple of weeks. Today, they announced that they signed a distribution agreement with Highmark Distributing to distribute tap-out tea throughout the key Southern California markets. Over on ticker SBEV, closed at 426, spiked up to 499. Right now, we're holding above 450. That key level of support, right, was old resistance, 434, right? We could not break over 434 at all last week. We tried again yesterday. We failed to break and hold above 434. 434 is still a good level of support, right? Old resistance, new support, all right? I do not want to see SBEV dropping back below 434. We have potential up to $5. Over $5, we do have room to 539, and 539 is a gap fill here on the daily chart. Now, if we can break over that gap level, right, we fill the gap, we break, we move higher, we do have some room to $6.40 here on SBEV. Not only is this a good and great candidate for a day trade today, but I also think SBEV is a good swing trade coming on up. So we will be watching SBEV today for some day trading opportunity, as well as a potential swing trade here on ticker SBEV. We have good news. It's a prior day mover. This has been a stock that we've had on watch for weeks now, and we have a credible reason to see the stock start to move on up. We have room to 539, and then over that 539 gap fill level, we do have room to $6.40. Definitely one of the top stocks we want to watch today is going to be on ticker SBEV. EYES will acquire privately held Nano Precision Medical Incorporated in an all-stock transaction here on ticker EYES. And EYES is a former Supernova stock. I remember this stock last year. $2 all the way to $20 in literally 3 days. EYES is a stock that can move. It's a stock that's moved in the past. It could definitely move again. But one thing is it's not really doing a whole lot here in pre-market in EYES. It's currently up 10%. We are trading right at the average volume, and it's a lower float stock as well. It's 30 million in float. You know, I would say this is going to be a little bit of a back burner sleeper play, right? We don't yet have the volume, but we could see volume move in. It's a former Supernova stock. We could see the stock start to move on up. But the simple fact that we don't have that clean action here in pre-market is the reason why I don't think it's one of our top stocks, but it's definitely a stock that should be added to our watch list as a back burner play, all right? I think we have much better opportunity out there in the market. So EYES, we definitely want to keep the stock on watch as there is some news, right? It's a lower float stock, former runner, just doesn't have the volume. But if we start to see that volume really start to move on in, hey, we could start to see the stock rip and run once again like it's done in the past, okay? We would have room back up to 185 post-market highs. Looking at that daily chart, we would have room to 208 here on EYES. And then over that 208 level, we would have some room to 265. Support right now is right around 146 here on EYES. So again, we have some news. It's a low float stock. We just need to see some more volume start to move in. And if so, we can definitely see EYES take on off. We have that room to 184 to 208 and then the 265 here on EYES. It's a former Supernova stock as well. And then last but not least, we have MYSZ. My Size acquires Orgad, an omni-channel e-commerce platform with a presence on keyword Amazon.com. If I'm not mistaken, MYSZ is a former stock that's ripped as well. No, that was MY. That was something else. MYO. My bad. So MYSZ, we have some news. Again, it's in, it's the keyword is Amazon. Normally when we see those keywords in press releases, that's what caused stocks to rip and run. For example, VLDR, right, struck a deal to issue a warrant for Amazon.com, acquiring up to 40 million shares of the company. We do have MYSZ acquiring Orgad, and they have a strong presence on Amazon. And something about Amazon with these penny stocks sometimes creates a lot of hype and a lot of attention. But we can clearly see right now at this point in time, MYSZ just doesn't have that hype. MYSZ just doesn't have that attention. But I do think, for the simple fact that we have Amazon as a keyword in that press release, that it should be on the back burner, guys. It should be on the back burner just to see if it gets some action today. It may not. We may take it completely off the watch list. But to start our day, let's go ahead and have it on the back burner, and let's just see if volume starts to move on into MYSZ. But I still think there's much better opportunity out there in the market. Right now, a lot of the stocks that we have with news are not really the opportunity stocks, right? VLDR doesn't look all that great, right? We talked about all these other stocks as well that have news. MYSZ, not looking all that great. Even SBEV, not looking all that great in pre-market, but SBEV has a great daily chart formation, and they're still showing a lot of potential to the upside here on SBEV. So one of the top stocks, SBEV. All of the other stocks that we just talked about that have news, those are going to be some back burner stocks at this point in time. I believe KAVL has some great potential today. I believe BKKT has some great potential today. And I definitely believe NVCT has great potential today. And it's safe to say we absolutely crushed it this morning on NVCT. I actually made an alert this morning to you guys right up hither. NVCT, high watch here. The stock broke the downtrend, retested it, and is now sitting right at an area of support, 663. This is an area that we could see volume really start to move back in. Again, break of the downtrend, holding above 663 support. What happened? Volume started moving back in from 663 all the way up to 885, nearly a $2 move to the upside. Now, these three stocks that I just listed, why are they moving today? Why do I think they have great potential? They're prior day movers. These are stocks that have showed strength over the past day or even multiple days, right? Prior day movers that are strong, that were consistent, that are looking decent for some more momentum. Another day to the upside. KAVL, nice mid-candle breakout, right? Thursday, nice big leg up. Gap down on Friday. We saw the mid-candle breakout yesterday with an increase in volume. This stock is looking very, very good and looking very strong above 136. So as long as we can stay above 136 on KAVL, we do have room back to yesterday's spiking highs of 182. Okay, over 182, we have room to $2 natural resistance, and then we have some room to $2.32, which is our 200 SMA. I believe at this point in time, our back burner stocks, not our back burner stocks, our prior day movers, right, such as KAVL, I believe these prior day movers have the best potential in time. Some of these stocks that had fresh news, I don't think at this point in time, based on what I'm seeing, that those are the stocks that have the best opportunity. I believe it's going to be the prior day movers. KAVL is one of those prior day movers I believe has some great opportunity and potential today. BKKT is another one. Nice big day yesterday, right? One of our top gainers from around 460 all the way to 621. Support right now on BKKT is back down towards around $5.23, with top resistance being yesterday's spiking high of 621. All right, so again, 523 support. We have a slight downtrend from yesterday into our pre-market highs. We're simply looking for support to hold, a break of the downtrend. That's where we will see volume start to move back in. How high could BKKT go? Well, it could definitely go back up to that 621 level. All right, Josh, if it breaks over 621, what's the next level of resistance where I should look to lock in profits? The next level that I see is 661, right? Between that 661 and right around 663 on BKKT, right? Okay, Josh, if it breaks over that level, where could we go next? $7 and then up towards around $8 on BKKT. Again, this stock moved from $4.25 yesterday to $6.21. Right? What's another $2 move to the upside right now? That puts us around $7.50, maybe $8. This is showing a lot of strength. Big day yesterday, a lot of great volume, not dumping completely off, holding above support, decent little setup at this point in time, potential break of the downtrend. Again, we could absolutely see volume really start to move back in here on BKKT. One of my top stocks I'm personally watching right out of the gate. And then last but not least, NVCT. I believe NVCT has some great potential today as well. Newer IPO stock, huge day yesterday from $3 all the way to $10.35, pulling back into that 663 level of support, breaking the downtrend, retesting it. This stock is showing consistency. This stock is showing strength, and we could definitely see another great day to the upside here on NVCT. All right, so right now, support, the best level of support, is all the way back down at 663 at this point in time. However, we do have some light support right around 775. All right, team. So right around $7.75. It's going to be some light support on NVCT. So if we crack below that level, just know that it was light support. It's not a key level, but a strong level that we'd really like to see NVCT stay above is 663. Where do we have room to go here on NVCT? Well, we have room back up to 10 and then 1035. Now, the sky is the limit on NVCT. That would be the highest this stock has ever been if we break over 1035. So how do we gauge overhead price targets? Very simple. Let's use yesterday as an example. So from yesterday's low to yesterday's high, we can run a Fibonacci retracement. Now we want to make sure that one of these Fibonacci retracement levels have been honored, right? Because if one of these fib levels haven't been honored for the retracement, probably not going to be honored for the extension. So was this fib level honored? Well, we came down to a 50% Fibonacci retracement and we started to bounce on up. So we can see that this fib retracement was honored yesterday. So let's go ahead and run a Fibonacci extension off the same levels from low to yesterday's high down to the retracement low. And this is going to give us overhead price targets on NVCT as the sky is the limit. So if we break over yesterday's highs, and we know the sky's the limit, utilizing this Fibonacci extension, it gives us a good idea of where we could see the stock go. $11, $12.24, $13.78, $15.46, so on and so forth. So that's how we gauge overhead price levels, is by using those Fibonacci extensions. So right now we can go ahead and remove that extension, and we do have some overhead price levels, and these are levels that are derived, right? They're coming from that Fibonacci extension. So right now we know where support's at. We know we have room back to 10 and then 1035. We break over that high a day from yesterday, we have room to 11, 12.24, 13.78, 15 to 15.46, and those are some good levels to the upside here on NVCT. So let's do a quick recap before we dive into our larger cap stock watch list, where we're primarily looking at options, okay? So NVCT, I definitely think this is a top stock for the day, has a lot of great potential. It's a prior day mover. BKKT is another stock that I believe has a lot of great potential today. It's also a prior day mover. KAVL is the third and final stock that I think has a lot of great potential today. It's a prior day mover as well. Now, SPEV, I believe it has potential, right? We just need to see some more volume start to move on in, right? That's it. We need to see some more volume move in, ideally breaking that $5 level and staying above $5. That's a key level that a lot of traders are probably waiting for to break before they start buying this up and going long. We have room to $5.39, then we have room to $6.40. One of my top back burner stocks, the number one back burner stock at this time is SBEV. Okay, number two, VLDR. Would really like to see the stock hold above $5, re-break $5.50. If that can happen, we have room back to $7.59, yesterday's post-market high. All right, we do have SOPA and UCL. These are a couple communication stocks that are moving. There's a lot of stocks within that communication sector that are currently moving. There's no direct news with SOPA and UCL. It's just the sector that's currently moving. There's a lot of other stocks as well, but these are the top 2 small cap penny stocks that are currently moving that we should keep on watch, that I think are more back burner plays at this point in time. That's going to be ticker SOPA and ticker UCL. So again, our top 3 stocks out of the gate: NVCT, BKKT, KAVL. Number 1 back burner, SBEV. Number 2 back burner, VLDR. We have SOPA as well on the back burner watch list, and UCL on the back burner watch list also. Okay, so right now I'm going to start my day with NVCT personally, as again, I believe that this stock has some of the best potential for today. All right, what else am I watching? I'm watching Boeing. Boeing was a beautiful bull flag on the daily yesterday. Nice bull flag break over 209, hit highs of 214. That's a $5 move to the upside. I would kind of want to see Boeing come back down and retest 209, right? I would really like to see Boeing open on up, pull back to that 209, retest, and then see buyers start to move back in, and then get that next leg up. That's what I would like to see. So if that takes place, I'm looking to be a buyer around 209 on Boeing for the next leg up, as I still believe we have potential to the 200 SMA at 221. But if we don't pull back to that 209 and retest, and we simply break over yesterday's highs, hey, that could be a long as well. A break and hold over yesterday's highs, again, that's a great long, as I believe we have room up to the 200 SMA, which is 221 there on Boeing. Market depending, right? Really, the market's going to depend what happens with Spotify, okay? If the markets are absolutely dumping, Spotify's probably going to follow suit. Same thing with Boeing, right? So again, just kind of be aware of how the market's moving. The last 3 days, it's been range bound. It's been sideways. A lot of these individual stocks have been doing their own thing, not really moving in conjunction, right, with the broader market. So as long as that continues to take place and we see a lot of just sideways, range-bound movements that we've been seeing on the SPY and the Qs, I think we have some great opportunity on Spotify. We have a nice daily gap to be filled. Over 177, we have room to 187 to fill the daily gap here on Spotify. So again, if we break over that 177.12, I will look to go long up to that 187 for that daily gap fill on Spotify. Airbnb, looking fantastic. What a rejection yesterday. Rejection off the 200 SMA, rejection off the downtrend. Right now, looking really good for a short on Airbnb. So what I'm looking for is for this stock to stay below the 20 EMA. Okay, we cracked this daily uptrend. Actually, we haven't cracked the daily uptrend yet, my bad. But we could absolutely crack this daily uptrend. Where's the 20 EMA? The 20 EMA is at 155. I would like to see this stock stay below 155. We can stay below 155 and we see weakness and we see that sellers are in control. And if we break these pre-market lows as well as this daily trend line, I'm looking to short Airbnb down to 147 today. So again, right now, Airbnb looking like a pretty good short at this point in time. And we've already talked about Pfizer, right? Pfizer below $50. I believe we have room down to 46.13. May not all happen today, right? But I think over the next few days, maybe into next week, we could absolutely see Pfizer down towards around 46. Okay, so again, we got Pfizer, one of the top stocks that we should be watching today. Airbnb to the short side. Spotify for a daily gap fill. And then Boeing, continuation for the bull flag, right? Just a simple break over yesterday's highs up to 220 or pulling back down to that 209, retesting old resistance as new support, and then getting that next leg up here on Boeing. So we have a lot of stocks that we are watching today. But what stock do you think will do the best team? What do you think the number one stock for today is going to be? Go ahead and cast your votes. What stock do you think is going to do the best today? And as you can see, guys, I have no trades at this point. Oh, you can't even see. I have no trades at this point in time. So go ahead and cast those votes, ladies and gentlemen. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I think I know which one I like the most today. I think NVCT. definitely has some good potential. So again, if you're new to chat, you can come up here to the actual poll, or you can click this little notification here. Poll, what stock do you think is going to be the best today? You can click that. It's going to pop up our poll. Go ahead and cast your vote. Everybody inside of chat, cast those votes. What are you guys thinking over on YouTube? All right, what are you guys thinking on YouTube? What stock do you think is going to do the best today? Do you think it's going to be SBEV? Do you think it's going to be KAVL? Do you think it's going to be BKKT or NVCT or something else? So again, team, go ahead and cast those votes. Let me know what you're thinking. We got about 50 seconds to go. KAVL from Madman. How do we vote, Jose? Go ahead and just type that up. If you're a member inside a chat, you're actually able to vote right here inside of the chat room. Right? So you're actually able to vote right here in the chat. So right now we have 35% of chat saying SPEV. 28% of chat thinking it's going to be NVCT, and the other 28% of chat thinking it's going to be something completely different. So if you're on YouTube, go ahead and type those up over in chat. You guys are in chat, go ahead and cast your votes. And right now, I'm going to be watching NVCT here out of the gates as we are flagging here out of pre-markets. We're all set ready to rock. We're all set ready to roll, team. The market is now open. We are live. Let's have an awesome day. Let's have a successful day. Let's lock in some great profits, team, and let's make it happen. So right now we're watching the breakout scanner, high day momentum scanner. Any of these stocks that we've talked about, if we see them hitting these scanners, let's shift our attention over there. Right now, look, we have SOPA hitting consistent new highs. SOPA hitting the breakout scanner. Let's shift our attention over to SOPA. It's really not doing anything right now, guys. Really not doing a whole lot. Okay, again, watching those scanners, breakout scanners, high day momentum scanner. Any of these stocks start popping on up, that's where traders are going. That's where we need to go. Okay? So I like BKKT for a break of the downtrend. Again, we have that 523 support. KAVL, again, another top gainer from yesterday, shooting on up right out of the gates. And then we got that back burner, baby. SB to the E to the V. I know support's back down at 434, but let's see if SBEV can stay above 450, which is yesterday's resistance. As you guys can see, I have no trades on the day. I am currently tradeless. How's the Patan doing? The Patan. The Patan. Right, we'll keep that one on watch as well. I'm just going to go ahead and go through yesterday's movers real quick. Make sure we didn't miss anything that's standing out. We know we have KAVL, BKKT, NVCT, top stocks. I think we may have something coming on up on XELA, but not today. Definitely think we could see something coming on up with A and Y. And we'll have to look and see what CFVI does today. Right, we'll have to look and see what CFVI does. And then we'll have to kind of just sit back and relax on DWAC. DWAC has room $74. All right, team. What stock is getting the attention right now? At this point in time, not a lot of pennies are really doing anything right out of the gate. Boing. Come down to that 209 for me, and we're all set ready to rock. Spotify, again, it may not happen today, but once it breaks 177, we do have some great opportunity for that daily gap fill. We're watching Netflix today for a possible upcoming swing trade. Airbnb, I want to keep this one on watch. Now, I might bring my level of resistance up to like 156.61 underneath yesterday's open. And again, I'm just kind of sitting back, looking to see if Airbnb gets held down around this 156.61 for a possible short on Airbnb. Now, is Airbnb shortable? It is. So again, I'm watching Airbnb below my new level. I went ahead and raised my level of resistance. 156.61 is a decent little level. Still 155 is our 20 EMA, but we do have some resistance right around that 156.60-ish level. If we drop below the open today in the low, I would start to enter a short position possibly on Airbnb. NVCT is currently halted. Now, is that halted to the downside? NVCT, it is. NVCT is currently halted to the downside. BKKT is sitting right at support. KAVL hasn't really done a whole lot since the open. SBEV is a little choppy right now. UCL, nothing. SOPA, nothing. VLDR, nothing. There is nothing in penny stock land at this point in time. So I'm watching Airbnb here for the possible short. What was our prior level on SBEV? It was like 432. Yeah, it was right around that 434. 434 was that former level of prior resistance, new support here on SBEV. XELA, I definitely think XELA has potential, but not today. I want to continue to see XELA squeeze in between the 20 and the 50. Now, why do I want to see this squeeze between, right, the 20 EMA and the 50 SMA? Well, that would be a moving average squeeze formation. And this is what a moving average squeeze formation looks like. When a stock gets back above the 20 EMA and squeezes between the 50, that's when we start to see some volume move on in, right? We see it here, right? We get a squeeze formation between the 20 EMA and the 50 SMA, and the stock absolutely rips. Same thing here. Stock is squeezing between the 20 EMA and the 50 SMA, and then a lot of volume moves in. The stock starts to rip. XELA, I want to see the same formation. I want to see a nice tight squeeze between these two moving averages, and that's where I expect to see a lot more volume start to move on in. We may see the same thing with ANY. We may see the same thing with ticker BON, right? Moving average squeeze formation. We could have some decent upcoming swing trades on those three stocks. NVCT will be live at 9:38:46. You got about 2 more minutes to go here on ticker NVCT. I have no trades at this time. I'm sitting back looking to see where traders decide to go. Are they going to rush into SOPA? Are they going to move on into UCL? What stock are traders going to pick? Right now, SOPA does not look bad. 408 support, starting to bounce here a little bit. A little bit of a quick red to green move, right? A little bit of that quick U-shape break on out. Nothing too crazy, but it's trying to get some action here. Why do stocks halt? There's multiple reasons as to why a stock gets halted, but the most common is due to volatility, right? A volatility halt. Stock moves up way too quick, way too fast, or it moves down way too quick or way too fast. That's what we call a circuit breaker halt due to volatility, right? Now you have news pending halts, right? Those aren't as common, but we do see those. All right, guys. So again, no positions for me at this point in time. We're watching NVCT. The stock will be live here coming on up. Remember, we have support here on NVCT down towards around 663. If we gap down and crash to 663, I would look for a quick dip buy opportunity here on ticker NVCT. So right now we should be live here in about 8 seconds. I'm looking for a dip buy opportunity down towards around 663. We did not gap down. I will not touch this until we see it at 663. But here's the thing. The halt level to the downside right now is 675. So that'll probably crush that trade altogether. So halt level 675. If we hit 675, watch for NVCT to get halted once again to the downside. Halt level is 675 at this time. And I'm just watching the halt level. If the halt level starts to drop lower, say in the low 6s, I would absolutely consider a dip buy opportunity, 663 here on NVCT. But right now, knowing that the stock would get halted at that level, I would not take that trade as I'd be stuck in a halt to the downside. And no one wants to be stuck in a halt to the downside. Halt level right now is still 675. I'm watching Airbnb here very closely. Very closely. I may start a position coming on up, but I have nothing on the table at this point in time. I'm still positionless right now. I have no trades at this point in time. Halt level on NVCT is now 668. So again, that 663 dip buy is not a good dip buy as the stock would get halted. Let's see if that halt level can continue to drop, right? If we can get that halt level to drop below 650, I would take a 663 dip buy. Right now it's 668. All right, watching the high of the day momentum scanner. Breakout scanner, nothing yet. I mean, SOPA is getting that action above 4. But right now, I just want to watch NVCT here over the next couple of minutes. Halt level is now 662. But as we can see, NVCT is really not moving that much. Let's come back to that. Anything with BKKT? No. Anything with KAVL? Not right now. SBEV? I think we still need to be patient with that stock. UCL, nothing. SOPA. It's trying to get that action here on SOPA. How's VLDR doing? That one's still dropping on off, guys. Let's go ahead and look at our top gainers here. Maybe we have a new top gainer. ESGC. What do we have going on here? Looks like acquisition or buyout news or a split. That was a split. Not worth your time. EYES was a little bit of that back burner sleeper play. Here on ticker EYES. Again, this stock right now not doing a whole lot. And then we had BWEN. So what was going on with BWEN? Well, we had some news. Said on Tuesday it received $16 million in new tower orders from an unidentified global wind turbine manufacturer. So $16 million in new orders on ticker BWEN. This stock is in a little bit of that moving average squeeze formation at this point in time. So really what we'd be looking for here on BWEN team is a simple break over $2. We have room to 211. And then we would have a lot of room, lots of room to 236 on BWEN, right? So we have news, there's credibility. BWEN is a lower float stock, 17 million. it could definitely rip and run and move a little bit. So let's watch BWEN. And we are going to watch EYES as it's in a little bit of this squeeze formation as well. And that could be the market conditions that we have right now. That could be what we see. The consistency with penny stocks is we have a lot of these stocks setting up for upcoming moving average squeeze formations. So, hey, we may have some swing trades this week, guys. So I'm going to probably start a short position coming on up on Airbnb. If we look at the 5-minute chart, it's been moving higher on less and less and less volume. Stops could be over high a day at 156.70. So I think this is a good time to start a position, as I do think big picture, longer term potential. Airbnb at least has some room down to that 150 level, and then down towards around 147 on Airbnb. So I am watching this one for a possible upcoming short. And I would be taking that on my Fidelity account, so you guys know. Going to give Airbnb just a few more moments here. I'm going to wait for this 5-minute candle to actually close on out here on Airbnb. We can see here that Airbnb is hitting yesterday's resistance right around yesterday's close, or I'm sorry, yesterday's open, right around 156.72. And over the last 15 minutes, we've been moving slightly higher on less volume. So right now, I want to see some selling start to move on in and look to see if this is a good time to possibly start a short. I don't want to get in too early, but I do think we have some opportunity coming on up here with Airbnb. So I am watching Airbnb here. BWEN giving a lot back. EYES, nothing. NVCT, nothing. BKKT and KAVL, SBEV, UCL, nothing. The only thing that we have right now with penny stocks that's moving on up is SOPA. Is SOPA at this point in time. So let's just focus here on SOPA. It's hitting the breakout scanner consistently. SOPA 54 new counts on high a day. So SOPA working its way up to $5. That is going to be the next level of resistance here on SOPA, is right at 5 buckaroo skis. All right, so this one's getting a lot of action right now, SOPA. But again, you got $5 natural resistance over 5. Your next level is 564. This thing is taking on off right now, guys, on ticker SOPA. Currently getting halted to the upside. So SOPA is the stock that traders are rushing on into at this point in time. So this is our number one watch above $5, right? So, hey, maybe we have a halt strategy. We see the stock gap up, maybe 15 cents, 20 cents, come back down to 512 and bounce. That could be a halt strategy. But as long as we hold above $5 here on SOPA, we do look good to the upside. Okay, so where can we see SOPA next, right? Assuming we hold $5 support. Well, we have the 20 EMA at 565. And then the next main level of resistance that I can see, you're right around $6.70 here on SOPA. So right now at this point in time, SOPA is our number one watch. So ladies and gentlemen on the tube, no quick wins right now. The only thing that I'm going to leave you with is ticker SOPA. Couple ways you can trade this. You can trade this for the halt strategy. What's the halt strategy, guys? You want to see the stock gap up at least 15 to 20 cents higher. Immediately come down and hit the halt level, $5.12, and then bounce and squeeze up to that 565. That would be a halt strategy. Or we see the stock open and not drop any lower than $5 support. As long as we hold $5 support, we could see a strong bounce. Again, room to 565. Right now, SOPA is your number one watch at this point in time. Other than that, these other stocks that we were looking at do not have the opportunity. There's no potential, there's no volume, there's no movement. Right now at this point in time, $9.49 in the market. Your number one watch is SOPA above $5 or for the halt strategy up to 565. Enjoy the rest of your day, traders. Have fun, be smart, and trade safe. And like always, I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning right at 9 o'clock for our pre-market commentary session. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, josh@alphadaytrading.com. Once again, trade smart and trade safe and make it happen. And make today your best day yet. Take care, everybody.